Good evening, JB Lynham here. Welcome to the midweek match where we'll bring you Carabao Cup highlights all the way through to the semi-finals, and of course we'll have the final for you live on the big match, which will be coming later up in the second half of the season. You'll be able to see the final live with us on ITV. We've got three matches to show you this evening. Later on we've got Arsenal away at Walsall, and what dramatic action that was. Also, we're at Carrow Road for Liverpool's record 7 times winners, Liverpool, as they take on the 1962 and 85 winners, Norwich City. And Manchester United, well, we start with Manchester United as they travel to face Cambridge United. Cambridge's players obviously up for this one, a lower league side taking on Manchester United. Surely got to be one of their biggest moments in their careers. Could they top that by knocking out Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team and knocking some wheels off the bus? Let's find out now in the company of your commentator at the Abbey Stadium this evening, Johnny Telsley. Well, here we are at the Abbey Stadium. Manchester United really have pulled out all the stops. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's taking no risks tonight in fielding youngsters. He's putting his full faith in his full strength team, and that's a great compliment to pay a Cambridge side who have the likes of Samir Carruthers, George Taft, Greg Taylor, skippers aside, Callum Burton and Mark Richards and Jack Ibere could be the keys up front. Rose, Morris and Carruthers, as I say. And then you've got Kyle Noyle as well, and Jones, number 3, bursting down the flanks. That could cause Manchester United 1 or 2 problems. United have actually made one change from their 4-0 demolition job of Crystal Palace on Saturday, and that is to give Nemanja Matic a start in the midfield alongside Paul Pogba. Apart from that, really, the side picks itself with the likes of Martial, Lingard and Fred amongst the substitutes, but it's a very, very, very strong side that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has picked, really giving compliments to Cambridge United.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Here's Mata. 12 minutes gone in the first half. Should remind you that if it's level after 90 minutes, no extra time, it's penalties if we should end a draw here at the Abbey Stadium by some miracle tonight. It's going to be a tough night as Mata shoots over the top there. It's going to be a tough old night for Cambridge, there's no doubt about that. So we see that effort for one Mata, early sighted there for the Spaniard who scored a sumptuous goal on Saturday against Crystal Palace. Cambridge will have to watch him. There's Burton in the Cambridge goal here. It's a bitterly coolish night here in Cambridge this evening as Pogba hits that forward, and here's Rashford. It's Marcus Rashford, and he's hit one over the bar again. Oh, Marcus Rashford. Well, he was hitting hat-tricks against Crystal Palace on Saturday. He's hitting them over the bar here tonight. Grubbers. Rolls. Richards. Iberi, back to Richards. That's lovely football, and here's Richards. Big chance. Oh, he's fluffed it. Oh, and he knows Richards. That was the chance he was craving for. They got him behind that United defence, and Richards has smashed that one over the crossbar. Here's Marcus Rashford. 28 minutes gone. Mata and Rashford is through, but the flag is up. I'm afraid the goal will not stand. Offside given, and Cambridge are off the hook. Must be a minute to the first half. Here's Carruthers. Big opportunity. He wants Richards. Oh, the goalkeeper got a touch on it, and then United somehow scrambled away for love the money, and there goes the whistle for half time. Well, Cambridge have given Manchester United as good as they've got. I've created a few opportunities, and it has been a slow day at the office for the likes of One Mata. Cambridge have really done well and have restricted United to real half chances. And at half time here, it's Cambridge 0, Manchester United 0. Guess what's coming back to ITV? The UEFA Champions League, you know and love. 15 live matches, plus highlights of all the English teams taking part in it. Don't forget to join us this September, the Champions League, back on ITV. Welcome back to the Abbey Stadium for the midweek match as Manchester United get us underway. Attacking the goal to my right hand side here. This is Samir Carruthers. Cambridge in the sort of gold and black, and then threw away. And Jones has made a good run down the left hand channel, and that's a good little cross, but well dealt with there by Harry Maguire, the England player, doing really well. Now Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Mata to Rashford. Marcus Rashford is clean through. This is the big chance United have been waiting for. What a good save that is by Burton. James back in towards Rashford, and then it's hooked away. The first big opportunity of the night for Marcus Rashford, really, realistically, and he flapped his lines and found Burton in magnificent form. Now Rich is down the far side. Can Cambridge fashion something? Ball in there towards Rolls. It'll come for Rolls, and he hits it wide. Big chance for Cambridge. Now Richards. Trying to chip that in there. Might get Jones in behind. Oh, it comes to Ribery. What a chance for Ribery! Oh! Well, David De Gea, almost reminiscent of one of his predecessors in the United goal finisher, Michael, came out starman-like and made a magnificent save. Keeps United at 0-0. Off comes Mata. On comes Jesse Lingard now. Here's Rashford. And here's Popper. Oh, he's hit the post. And Rashford over. And you just wonder at this stage of proceedings, as we see Davis replace Kyle Niall, is it going to be United night? You just get the feeling here as the minutes tick by. Pereira now. He'll try one off. I think that's a remarkably good save by Burton. Because Pereira's hit that with some ferocity, and that's curling inside the post, and Burton's had to get across, and he's made a magnificent save there, the Cambridge goalkeeper. And United get all they get for that is a corner. We're heading, as Burton gets a fist and gets it out far enough, we're going towards penalties, and Cambridge will feel that they have a chance. But here's a Popper, and there's a good header, but it's wide. It's wide from Pereira, and he knows that was a genuine chance to win it and to put Manchester United in the third round draw, which takes place later this evening. What an opportunity that really was for Pereira. Just couldn't take it, and still we wait for a goal. Cambridge will be praying that they can hang on in there now. Matic, Lingard, Matic. Here's Rashford. It's the moment going to come for me. It's Marcus Rashford. Oh! Well, they're getting closer, but Cambridge are still alive. And this was a terrific shot from Marcus Rashford, and it beats Burton's hand, beats the far post. Seconds remaining. It looks as if we're going to have penalties, and that's it. We've played the 400 minutes. And Cambridge United have taken Manchester United at least to a penalty shootout. Whether they'll win it or not is another matter, but they've got a chance now, Cambridge. They'll never get a moment like this in their careers at the lower levels to play a team like Manchester United, and they may as well take the opportunity now. United will be favourites, but at full time it's 0-0 and penalties are coming right up. 5 penalties each. Richards to go first. For Cambridge, 1-0 to Cambridge. Paul Pogba, £89 million worth for Blair. Up against Burton. And Pogba hit it over. Smith against David De Gea. It's 2-0 to Cambridge. Now Marcus Rashford. The England international could do with scoring this. Oh, he did it straight at Burton. And it's well saved. Now Rolls, can he make it 3-0? No, it's tipped under the bar by De Gea. Jesse Lingard came on as a substitute. This to pull one back for Manchester United. He's got one back for Manchester United. Now Ward. Oh, confidently put away by Ward. Match point Cambridge. The shock is on. And if Pereira fails, it's going to be a great night for this sleepy University City. Pereira. And he scores. But Cambridge have got a chance, and if Mahrez scores, this town that's more famous for rowing than it is for its football and universities will be shocking the best team in the world. And they've done it, Mahrez! And Manchester United have lost, and Cambridge United have pulled off the shock of the competition. The wheels have fallen off Ollie's bus in Cambridgeshire tonight. Mahrez with the winning penalty. This is what happened. Manchester United fall at the first hurdle, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, having thought he got his season back on track, this is a major stumbling block to their season. And what a moment for Cambridge United. And I have to say, on the balance of play and the way they played, I think they fully justified knocking out the third place team in the Premier League. What a moment for them, and their supporters will never forget. What a cup tie. It may have finished goalless on the night, but we've seen drama in the penalty shootout, and Cambridge have gone through by 4-2 on penalties. What a night here in Cambridgeshire. Well, what a result there. Terrific result for Cambridge United. They have knocked out Manchester United on penalties, and United will be kicking themselves. And as Johnny Tilsley said, has the wheels fallen off Ollie's bus tonight? Well, it certainly has at Cambridge. He really gave a good account of himself, and there must have been about 70 odd places between the two sides, and you wouldn't have noticed the difference. Cambridge gave it their all, and in the end kept their nerve in the penalties, and a real sensation. 0-0 it might have been. We don't often open highlight shows with 0-0s, but because it's a shock, we had to open with that. Also tonight we had another lower league opposition in Walsall. They entertained a Premier League big gun, and of that of Arsenal. Umar Emery under a little bit of pressure, having not won his first two games convincingly against Newcastle and Blackburn, and obviously came up short against Liverpool at the weekend. He took his Arsenal side, and it was a full strength Arsenal side, to the Bescott Stadium. And watching for us on a dramatic night there in the Midlands was Jay Matterface. Well, Arsenal here at the Bescott, looking to bounce back from defeat against Liverpool on Sunday. They take on Walsall, who look a really decent outfit despite their lower league status. And a few players to watch out for there. Liam Roberts, who's a terrific goalkeeper at his level. Gary Liddell, of course. Cockrell Mollett as well. He can burst down the flanks as well. He'll play at left back. Clark, the captain, at right back. Norman and Liddell will be the two centre backs. Guthrie can provide the bullets for Lavery and Gordon up front. And Umar Emery, the Arsenal manager, has decided to go full strength for this one tonight, and he's playing the big guns. Mesut Özil, incidentally, is on the bench, but it's practically the same team that were defeated 1-0 by Liverpool, and Lacazette gets the nod up front, with Aubameyang playing on the left hand side of midfield. Pepe keeps his place on the right.
Thank you.
Really thrilled there to Arsenal in yellow shirts tonight. It's a cracking atmosphere inside the Bescott Stadium, based just off the motorway here on the outskirts of the Black Country in the Midlands, not far from Birmingham, of course. Maitland-Niles looking to crack it with his left foot, and well, he wasn't far away. It's a good try from Maitland-Niles, just cleared the crossbar. Guendouzi. Lacazette. Cabellos. Well, he's took on Norman and beat him as if he didn't exist, and what a goal that is! What a magnificent goal from Danny Cabellos for Arsenal. One of the goals of the season so far, and there was just no stopping that. Must have been all of 35 yards out. Here it is again, good turn here, and watch Cabellos beats Norman as if he doesn't exist, and then gets the shot off with the right foot. That must have been all of 35 yards out when he struck this. Lacazette having to bunny up out the way, but that was a terrific strike there from Danny Cabellos. And it's the men from the Emirates who take the lead after 23 minutes. And I suppose it's a good way, really, of trying to bounce back from what was a really disappointing defeat at Anfield on Sunday. And they've done it in the best possible way. Lavery. Socrates. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Straight to Cockrell Molle. And now here's McDonald. Lavery. And in towards Gordon. Oh, that was a great opportunity for Walsall to level it up at 1 apiece. They do like to play good attacking football, and they played some nice stuff there down the left-hand channel. And if it wasn't for the alertness of Bern Leno, well, it could have been trouble there for Arsenal. Holden there to take the Walsall corner. Oh, and the header was up and off the line almost. Still not away yet. It might drop for Gordon. And it's hooked away. Little. McDonald. Maitland-Niles, and now Ceballos to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and this is where Aubameyang will stretch teams here, and Pepe's onside, and Pepe's now going down the right hand channel, and that's Lacazette. And that was another genuine chance there, although in fairness to Alexander Lacazette there, it would have took a lot to have scored from a good 18 yards range with a header like that. Well, we're into stoppage time, for which we've had 1 of the 3 minutes. Lacazette, oh, cut out beautifully there. Now Guthrie to Bates. So one last chance here before half time for the men, for the Saddlers, as the half time whistle sounds here at the Bescott Stadium. It's a 23rd minute extra set missile from Danny Ceballos with his right foot that has given Arsenal the lead at half time in his second round Carabao Cup tie. But Walsall are given as good as they've got at the moment. But it's Walsall now, Arsenal 1 at half time. A good bunny up there, Lacazette. Lovely dummy, that's a foul. It's a silly foul to give away there, because the referee, well, he's not going to book the player, is he not? And Bates will be very, very relieved that. Well, having said that, I think Bates is a little bit unlucky there, because Lacazette in fact runs into him. I think he's very unlucky actually to give away 3 kicks, so maybe in hindsight, when you look at it again on a replay, maybe Bates was a touch unfortunate. It's an Arsenal free kick in good territory here. I don't know, it must be all of 25 yards out, and it's Alexander Lacazette over the set play. What can he cook up here? It's Alex Lacazette. Oh, good tip over by the goalkeeper. Did really well there. As the frustration goes on Henry's face. It was a regulation save in the end with the Walsall keeper. McDonald. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still McDonald played in there. Oh, and Gordon couldn't get his shot off. And in the end it was a tame hit towards Leno, who made a comfortable regulation save. Pepe to Lacazette. Again takes on Norman. And tries to turn Norman this way and that. Here's Pepe, he's clean through. Oh, he couldn't beat the goalkeeper Roberts. Nicola Pepe. This was the chance that Arsenal were claiming for. He gets one-on-one with Roberts and then fluffs his lines. And will that come back to haunt Arsenal? 5 minutes to play. Oh, given away here to Clark. Arsenal just getting a little bit sloppy here. Holden. And he's past Konashniak. The ball played in. And Lavery might get it behind. And he scored! Lavery equalises for Walsall. And they've stayed in the hunt. They've stayed in the game. And they've got their just rewards. It's 1-1. And as we stand here, we could be going to a penalty shootout at the end of this second half. Because if it stays this way now, then it will be penalties. And Arsenal are wanting themselves to blame. Where was the goalkeeper going? My memory must be tearing his hair out at that. 1 apiece, and what a moment for Cowan Lavery. Second goal already in this Carabao Cup. He scored in an earlier round. As Cabellos comes off and Mesut Ozil comes on now for the remaining seconds that remain here. Look at that scoreline. Walsall 1, Arsenal 1. What a game. And we've still got about a minute of normal time to go. It's Pepe tries the shot and it's straight at Roberts, who grabs onto it well. 3 added minutes. And Walsall has really done themselves proud here tonight at the Prescott Stadium. Whatever happens now, whether it will go to a penalty shootout or not. And they might... Oh, they could win it. Holden, he's onside. It couldn't be, could it? Holden! Oh, just too overhit and the ball goes out of play, and that will be that. So we're going to have a penalty shootout here to decide who's going to go through here at the Prescott Stadium. And Arsenal now will need to have their battle about them if they're going to get through this one. They have thrown chances away. They give away a late goal. And now we've got the heart-rending business of penalties. 1-1 after 90 minutes. We have penalties coming right up for you. So the first of 5. Here's Guthrie to go first. And he scores. 1-0. Granit Xhaka. The Arsenal captain has equalised. 1 apiece. Here's Lavery. And a good save from Leno. Oh, Alex Lacazette. This for 2-1. And off the goalkeeper and in. Gaffney now next up to go. And it's saved by the legs of Leno. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to make it 3-1 Arsenal. And the keeper has saved it. So Bates now to try his luck. And he's hit the bar. And Arsenal have the first chance now to win it. David Luiz has to score. If he scores, Arsenal go through. Roberts will be trying to stop him. Here comes David Luiz. And Roberts has saved it. And now it's down to Holden. If he scores, Walsall still stay alive. Holden. Yes. 2 apiece. Good penalty. Mesut Ozil came on as a substitute. Has the chance to win it for Arsenal. If he scores, it's all over. Mesut Ozil. Oh, he's missed it. Sensational stuff here. Now McDonald. Oh, he's in the post. Although it did seem to go in, but the penalty is not counted. So Maitland-Niles. It's saved by the keeper. And we go on inexplicably. Here's Norman. And he's saved again. Oh my goodness, how many more? We're going to see this missed now. It's Pepe next to try his luck. Can he win it? Nicola Pepe. No, it's over the bar. This is turning into a nightmare. Now Little's in the next one and he's saved as well. This is unbelievable. Now Said Karachniak has to score. If he scores, it's all over. Surely he must score. And he hasn't scored. And now it's hit the post. Oh my goodness me. So Little's hit the post and now Guendouzi's got a chance. If he scores, it's all over. Guendouzi for Arsenal. And he scored, and Arsenal have, well, finally won it. Bitter disappointment for Walsall, who gave as good as they got tonight. But it just wasn't enough. Guendouzi keeping his head when it was mattered most, when others had failed before him. It's so cruel on plucky old Walsall, who gave as good as they can of themselves and got themselves into a position where they deserved to take Arsenal to penalties, but they just couldn't find the finishing touch at the crucial point, and Arsenal sneaked through. But a brave performance by Walsall, who will take a lot of credit, that is for sure, for their performance tonight, and we'll get a lot of applause. But it's Arsenal who sneak through 3-2 on penalties after a plucky 1-1 draw here from Walsall tonight. Oh, such a hard luck story there for Walsall. They really gave as good as they got against Arsenal. Deserved to take them to at least penalties, but Arsenal just showing their class when it mattered. Something that Manchester United failed to do against Cambridge. Right, we move on to our final highlights of the night, and that comes from Carrow Road in Norwich for an All Premier League game between Norwich City, newly promoted of course, having beaten Chelsea on at the weekend from coming from behind. They took on another big gun in Liverpool, and watching for us was John Drury. Well, Norwich, having fresh from their defeat beating Chelsea on Saturday, take on Liverpool, who are top and yet to lose a match this season domestically. In fact, they've won their first three, and Norwich line up as swallows. It's more or less the same side that came back with 10 men to beat Chelsea on Saturday. Timo Pukki, the match winner, keeps his place. Leitner, who was sent off, does play tonight. He misses the next Premier League game. Liverpool led by their skipper Jordan Henderson. Look as if they want to try and take this competition a bit more seriously, and they are doing their usual 11 with Alisson in goal, and then Joel Matip and Virgil van Dijk making the back four. Same deadly threesome in midfield, and Mane, Firmino and Mo Salah will be a threat to Norwich's back line.
Thank you, Carrow Road.
There's all the ingredients of a decent tie here. Mane back across the goal. It might drop to Salah, but it's knocked away. Buki's lost it. Henderson picks the ball up. Jordan Henderson tackled again. Stipperman trying to bring it away. Now Ronaldo lining it up. Ronaldo wide of the target. Bobby Firmino. Salah wants it on the right, but it's still Bobby Firmino. Still going Firmino. He's beaten two men. It's Firmino. Oh! Sumptuous bit of skill there from Bobby Firmino. He just does that and then hits it on the half volley, but hits it into the side netting. 5 minutes to go. Turnbull. Stipperman. Pukki through. It's Timo Pukki. And a terrific save by Alisson. And Norwich almost shocking Liverpool there in a blink of an eye. Great save from Alisson. Corner kick for Norwich. Bueda to take it. Bueda's take. Abadou's in there. Abadou is also there, and it's out of play. It will be a throw into Norwich. So we go into the closing stages of the first half. Stipperman does well. Stipperman. Pukki! Oh, what a chance! Timo Pukki with a real opportunity, but the ball was rising as soon as he struck it. And it remains goalless as we go into the break. Ronaldo. Still Gini Ronaldo. Firmino. Lovely back heel. Ronaldo. 1-0. Brilliant Liverpool goal. Sumptuous finish by Gini Ronaldo. And the team, who are top of the Premier League at the moment, are 1-0 ahead. It was wonderful football. Lovely 1-2. What a lovely little back heel by Bobby Firmino to lay in Gini Wijnaldum. And he slides that beyond Tim Krul and into the net. It is a marvellous goal. A goal that had Liverpool written all over it. And Liverpool go in front through Gini Wijnaldum after 53 minutes of play. And Wijnaldum coming off to be replaced by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. In actual fact, I think he committed a little bit of misdemeanour we didn't see. And in fact, he's been booked for that as Pukki goes in for Norwich! Oh, saved on the line by Alisson. Campbell. Pukki! He's through, he's onside! It's Pukki! And he holds his head in his hands This was the chance. Allison off limits. But Pookie puts it over. And Liverpool still lead. And still have a lead. Disappointment, really. I mean, sometimes that's football. And that's the way it has to be. Henderson. Bobby Firmino over the top. Salah's onto it. The flag is taken down. It's Mo Salah side netting.
Substitution for Liverpool coming off the pitch.
Mo Salah just couldn't take the chance. His effort beat Krul alright, but into the side netted. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain over the top. Liverpool starting to become a little bit rampant now. Norwich looking very tired. And that was a terrific hit by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Here's Stepperman for Norwich. There's a gap opening up. It's Stepperman. He's going all the way. Stepperman! No! Just a tame shot at the end, but what a wonderful run by the Norwich City player. It just wasn't meant to be. Still Pookie for Norwich. Leitner gets onto the scene. Leitner might get a shot off. Milner comes back, the substitute. Did really well. We're playing the 3 minutes. There's going to be a yellow card here. Leitner, who was sent off on Saturday, gets booked here tonight. It was James Milner he fouled here. And that was born out of complete frustration. We have played the 3 minutes of this second round Carabao tie, but really Norwich just haven't turned up when it's really counted. As the final whistle is sounded, Norwich have been beaten again for the first time at Carabao this season. Well, they've been beaten for the first time at Carabao this season. Liverpool with 4 games out of 4 domestically, both League and Carabao Cup. And the 8 times League Cup winners start their bid to win it for a 9th time with a comfortable but narrow 1-0 win over plucky Norwich, who just didn't have enough go on the day. It's finished Norwich 0, Liverpool 1. Going through by a goal to nil and just about earning that victory. Although Norwich could have played badly, could not have played so badly today. Maybe the Premier League is their holy grail this season. Let's round up all the other scores then from round 2 before we bring you the 3rd round draw. I can tell you that Bournemouth 0, Tottenham 2. That was a good win there for Spurs. Fleetwood 0, Huddersfield Town 2. As you've seen, Walsall 1, Arsenal 1. Arsenal winning 3-2 on penalties. Coventry 1, Blackburn Rovers 4. West Brom 2, Preston North End 0. Bristol City 2, Derby County 1. Chelsea 4, Nottingham Forest 1. Newcastle 3, Forest Green Rovers 1, a brave effort by the League 2 side. Peterborough 0, Luton Town 2. Sunderland 2, Cardiff 2 was the score after 90 minutes. Sunderland winning that one 4-3 on penalties. Wycombe 1, Oldham Athletic 1, and Oldham going through there 4-3 on penalties. Well done to Oldham there. Millwall 3, Rotherham 1. And as you saw at the top of the programme, what a performance. Cambridge United 0-0 against United, and could have won it in normal time as well. United wasted great chances, and Cambridge, maybe the shock of the night, 4-2 winners on penalties. Scunthorpe 0, Brighton 3, Bolton 1, Sheffield United 5, Burton 2, MK Dons 2, the MK Dons winning that one 5-4 on penalty kicks. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Wigan 1, Ipswich 2, Leeds 0, Southampton 3, Port Vale 1, Fulham 3, Hull City 1, Crystal Palace 5, Charlton 1, Birmingham City 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Norwich 0, Liverpool 1 as you just seen, and Stevenage 2, Blackpool 1. So let's give you a round up of the 3rd round draw. And some very tasty ties there to start with. We've got Sunderland against Liverpool, Newcastle United against Watford, big old Premier League game that one. An Old Midlands affair between Championship West Brom and Leicester City. Birmingham City is the reward for Cambridge United winning against Manchester United tonight. Apologies there if you can hear an alarm in the background. Wolves against Fulham. Aston Villa against Arsenal. What a tie that could well be there. Aston Villa against Arsenal at Villa Park. Manchester City against Blackburn Rovers. Brighton take on Millwall. Southampton are at home to Burnley. An all-London derby as West Ham take on Chelsea. Ipswich at home to Everton. League One there against Premier League. MK Dons take on Championship Huddersfield. Oldham Athletic get a Premier League team in Sheffield United at Boundary Park. Crystal Palace take on Sheffield Wednesday. Tottenham play Bristol City. And Stevenage against Luton Town is our final game of round 3 of the draw. So some really good games out there, and they'll be played in around about 3 weeks' time, and you'll be able to see highlights of 3 of those games only here on ITV. Well, that brings us to the end of our highlights of the midweek match. Just to remind you that the Premiership's back over the weekend with highlights of all 10 Premier League games. Our main feature will come from Turf Moor Burnley as Burnley take on Liverpool, the only team left now in the Premier League with a 100% record. So don't forget to join us for that one. As for tonight, well, what a night it could have been for Walsall. They were very, very unlucky to lose on penalties. But what a night for Cambridge United Football Club. To play Manchester United is one thing and take them on, but to beat them, to hold them after 90 minutes and then beat them in a penalty shootout and a strong Manchester United team is a really great achievement for them. As for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, has the wheels fallen off the bus? I wonder. Till next week, good night.